morning, Katie. Thank you so much for
Good
joining me
morning.
today. I'm very excited to learn about your small business. So could you give me like a brief overview of who you are and what your business is about?
Okay, hi. Yes, I'm Katie. So I'm British, but I'm living in South Africa, living in St. Lucia with my husband and small children. And I run a specialist safari company, and we specialize in family safaris. So it's about more than just taking children out for hours on end. They get bored. So we decided that because we have 3 small children, that we would specialize within families, because we've always taken our children out from a small age. So we're really passionate about getting children out and enjoying being out and about and learning about the animals and the wildlife.
Oh, that's awesome. It's always nice to have the kids with you, and it's not always, most places aren't always kids friendly or kids orientated. So it's nice to have a place where you can actually take the children. What inspired you to go that route?
So when I met my now husband, we were living in the middle of a big 5 game reserve, or he was, and we just loved the lifestyle. So when I was applying for my visas, we realized that it would actually be better for me to actually set up my own company, so that if we moved around, then from a logistics point of view, it was easier. But because of the lifestyle we had, we kind of talked about the fact that we would love to raise children as little bush babies, because they'll be out in the bush, enjoying that nature, that kind of back to basics. Yeah. So when we ended up, we actually got married here in St. Lucia, and we moved back a few years later. And we just realized that we're actually quite passionate about, it's not just teaching people, it's about getting them enjoying being out and about and learning. So it's not just about the animals. Ashley is an amazing guide. I'm a bit biased because he's my husband, but he can make trees interesting. He can make animal poo interesting. And so we decided that the industry is, it's a very busy industry. So let's go for something different, which is what we know about, which is having 3 small children and getting them. It doesn't take much to actually get them enjoying it. So I think the inspiration for that was living this outdoors lifestyle and actually wanting to raise our children within nature.
So would you say that is what sets your business apart from others, is that you actually cater for the kids? And that's really nice. So what's the youngest?
So our big focus is on, normally when you do an activity, it's the adults, and then the children get the discount. The children are kind of come along as extras. We focus on the children, so the children are the main entity for us. So everything is catered around them. We have child-friendly foods. We have as well as a variety. So we know that some children can be picky, others, have only one food that they like. So we always like to chat with parents about what it is that they like. But we offer a big variety. So as well as the meal that's included, they get snack boxes, because we know that they like to snack along the way. They might need to stop to pee and stretch their legs more than adults do. So we adjust the tour, the flexibility with it to stop as and when they need. Ashley knows where to stop, where the hides are, where the bathrooms are, where picnic sites are. So it's all geared around keeping children entertained. We also have activity packs, we have little Lego packs, we have little toy boxes we keep in the vehicles. It's everything to just keep them entertained, regardless of how long their attention span is. So Ashley brings out little things to entertain them as soon as he can see they're getting a little bit antsy. It's kind of like, let's stop, let's get a snack, let's get a drink, let's give you something new to focus on while we're looking for those animals.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So tell me, what ages are the kids that usually go on the game drives with you? What's like the minimum age?
So to be honest, we do take from small, so we can take from any age, because we have a closed vehicle, so we have a minibus, and we do have the option for open game viewers if people prefer. But to be honest, we prefer the closed vehicle, because it means that parents know that the children are safe. The children can make whatever noise they want. So our activity packs are geared mainly between 5 and 12ish, but we have toy boxes. We also have other stuff to keep little ones entertained as well, and obviously the snacks and the food and things like that too. So we kind of cater for any age, up to about 15, 16 to be honest. So we make it very inclusive.
That's awesome. Now on your website you list different safari experiences. Don't you want to just tell everybody what the different safari packages are that you offer?
Yes, so where we're based in St. Lucia, we have a couple of different options. We have an option for a Big 5 safari, which goes into Shishlewy and Infolozi Park. So that's the nearest Big 5 park to us. We also go into the Ismangaliso Wetland Park, which is just on our doorstep here. The wetland park is a great one because we have the option of the beach as well. So if you've got a very energetic little one, then we can stop along the way, have a bit of dipping your feet in the ocean, bit of running around. Whereas in the Big 5 reserve, it's more in the picnic sites. So depending on whether you have a little bush and beach baby or just a bush baby, we can cater for both. We also have our children's nature walks, which is great. So you go out on a walk within the bush in the safe part of the game reserve, round the town, round St. Lucia town, and just looking to see what's around. There's so much wildlife just as you take a walk around the town. The birds, the plant life, the insects. We have a little warthog family here in town. The hippos at night, and the hippos during the day sometimes. That just taking that walk and actually opening up children's imagination and opening up their eyes to actually what is around them and what they can find and what they can do, and how to just ignite that passion really. So we also have those walks depending on how old the children are. And then we also have there's a local crocodile centre here. So if your little one loves reptiles, then we take a little walk around the crocodile centre, and see the baby crocs and then learn about the crocodiles. And they also have some snakes and things there as well.
Oh, nice. That's nice. I don't know if my girls would go touching crocodiles, but mommy would love it. Mommy would definitely love it. Okay, as we know, during COVID and everything, the tourism industry took a humongous knock, and you guys have been fighting a lot of obstacles to actually just get back to where you were. So what were some of the obstacles for you guys, and how did you overcome them, or are you still busy overcoming them?
So obviously the biggest one is that there was no physical tourists visiting the area. So what we actually did was we went online. So we happened to have a great opportunity for Ashley to launch some virtual safaris. So we did that on a couple of online platforms and obviously on our Facebook page and things. So we got portable Wi-Fi, and Ashley went off into the bush with his backpack and his Wi-Fi, and to see what he could find every day. And then people, regardless of where they were around the world, could join and feel like they're here in South Africa with us. So that was probably the biggest incentive for us. It was great actually, that as well, for Ashley being cooped up, because obviously we had that hard lockdown. As things started to reopen, he could actually get out into the bush and into town and just take a walk and take people with him and have that interaction. So things are recovering, and they're recovering nicely. But also what it made us do was realize that we just needed to strategize a bit more, so we could work on our YouTube channel, work on our socials, and actually kind of bring our little piece of South Africa to everybody else, as opposed to waiting for everybody else to come back.
Okay. And then what advice have you got for anybody else in the tourism industry or any small business owner out there in general? What advice would you share with them?
I think my biggest advice would be to say not to view anybody else in the same industry as competition. Everybody does things very, very differently. And that was probably the most important advice that I got. I mean, within St. Lucia, there's quite a few tour operators, but we realized we wanted to do something different. And other operators do offer or will take children and families on their safaris, but they don't do it the way that we do it. And I think it's about finding your uniqueness within that. And just focusing on that. I don't see any other small businesses as our direct competition. I think there's enough tourists, there's enough of the industry to go around. So once you kind of make peace with that, I think from a mental mind shift point of view, it actually stops you worrying about what everybody else is doing, so you can actually just focus on yourself.
Yeah, no, agreed. Tell me, for those that are watching now that haven't thought of December holidays now, that maybe haven't booked or thought that they weren't going anywhere, I'm going to share all your information in the comments and everything so they can get in touch with you. Can you help them with accommodation if they should phone you in St. Lucia? Because I know you've got a cottage where you can host.
Yes.
How many people can sleep in the cottage?
We can do families with 2 adults, 2 children, or 4 adults. So we've got a bed, either king or twin, and then we've got single bunk beds. So kind of 4 people is probably the maximum that we can.
Okay, and you still have availability for December?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so they can get in contact, and if the cottage is fully booked, you can assist them with finding accommodation in the area.
Yes, we have. We know a lot of the guest house owners in town. So if we are full, then we recommend other people in the area. Or if they want to plan trips, we can also help them with things like booking hippo boat cruises, the safaris. There's also an awful lot they can do self-drive. So if they just want help with accommodation, then we can also make suggestions for activities and things in the area that they can do themselves as well.
Okay, well, that sounds like a solution to last-minute planners, which I am usually also part of that club. So we need people like you so we can go on holiday. Okay, so thank you, Katie. Thank you so much for quickly popping on here and doing this interview with me. I'm going to put all the information, like I said, in the caption and everything below so everybody can get in touch with you. I'm going to upload this to Onbeskaamd Vrou, but also to Mrs. Entrepreneur. So I'm going to invite you there so they can have a one-on-one chat with you if they'd like. So I'll tag you in the comments. And then, yeah, I hope you get lots of bookings and that people can actually take their children on a decent safari.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Katie. We will be in touch soon. And